Growing the economy starts with the fundamentals of keeping taxes on small businesses low, which necessarily means holding federal spending down, reducing burdensome and unnecessary regulations, and ensuring that we have a trained, skilled workforce ready for the 21st century, for 21st century jobs. It is this third area, ensuring a trained, skilled workforce, that the Veterans Affairs Committee is primed to lead. There are a number of programs run by VA and the Department of Labor that have the potential to help, but our task is to see if those programs as designed are doing the job as intended. Our responsibility is to modernize them to respond to the specific needs that exist for unemployment or underemployed veterans in our economy. So let me take a moment, highlight a few areas where I think we need improvement. First, the unemployment rate among all veterans of the global war on terror has been reported to be as high as 13.1%. This high rate exists despite the fact that transition assistance programs for separating service members looking for work are available, as are federally funded veterans employment specialists within every state. To me, this shows that good jobs are out there. We just need to retool the programs we have to help our veterans compete for those very jobs. Finally, there are legal protections for guardsmen and reservists who left work to fight for our country, and by law, they are entitled to have or go back to their jobs when they come home, and we need to be aggressive in enforcement of this law. And just one more thing. We need to have a better understanding of the demographics of unemployed veterans. Things like education levels, lengths of unemployment, skills learned in the military, just to name a few. And we'll hear some of that from our witness from BLS, but I believe it's time to expand the facts that we know about unemployed veterans. As a beginning, I hope today's witnesses can provide some insight into what we can do to help veterans get the jobs they want and they deserve. Now, I've got some ideas of my own, so let's get the ball rolling. I will soon introduce a new jobs bill for veterans, and the principles of my bill are simple. We need to provide a meaningful retraining program for our older veterans who make up two-thirds of all unemployed veterans. We need to ensure that the transition assistance programs, TAPS, for our younger veterans are effective and, just as important, utilized when they separate from the military. We need to add flexibility and accountability to federally funded job training programs, and we need to ensure that we have updated legal protections for veterans who want their jobs back on their return from service active duty. And we must do a better job of enforcing these protections. I know members will have other ideas as we go forward, but keeping in line with the theme of this hearing, I'm anxious to roll up my sleeves and get to work. As with any work, we need to set goals, and let me tell you what my goal is. I believe that an unemployment rate between 4 and 5% is generally accepted to be full employment in this country. So I want to begin today's hearing by setting a goal to reduce unemployment among veterans from its current level of 7.7% to about 4.5%. That means, using the Bureau of Labor Statistics April data, we need to reduce the number of unemployed veterans from April's number of 873,000 to 470,000, or a reduction of about 400,000 veterans. I think we can do that, and I invite every member of this committee to join me in achieving this goal, not just oversight, but over the next year or two at the outside. And I now recognize our ranking member, Mr. Filner, for his opening remarks.